Hello YouTube, my name is Sean Connors and this is a DM's Tips programme today, and I'm actually going to be covering off the DM's box, which sounds like an odd thing to talk about. This is a box that I've had for a while. This is my own personal one. It's not marked in any way. I suppose it looks a bit like a magician's box. This particular box is broken into different sections. You can see I've already got some bits I've marked in. So in here I've got all the various things that I carry when I DM in this box. It's broken into two compartments. Again, I hope that you can actually see that here. I've got everything from counters, small gemstones, to my own little game mastery book, which this is a particular one I picked up from Paizo. So this particular book has all the obvious stuff you all want to ask: name of the campaign, characters, little snippets of information about the campaign, just something I can keep to hand if there's something important that I want. Equally as well, I've got the various pens that I'm going to use, some of them obviously for marking on my mats. These are particularly important. You can't have enough pens, I've got to be honest about that. I equally as well always like to have to hand something where I've got a good source of paper clips like this, the pens, pencils, a metal ruler, everything in metal, because I found it replacement leads. You know, the amount of times I've needed a spare pencil or something very quick, it sounds so obvious, but it's so important to be prepared. On top of that, in here we've got a number of figures. Now, somebody's asked a few questions about miniatures, which I'm going to cover off in another DM's Tips programme, but I do have some here. But equally, I'm not adverse to using a range of different tiddlywinks, because they also do a good job, or gemstones sometimes can be useful for different things that you want to signify. So I find those all work very well. Obviously I've got my core books. That could be anything from players' guides. I sometimes keep my own coins in here as well, which may sound a little bit odd, but again, they've proved pretty useful. So I have all sorts of bits and pieces. I've got books on, campaign information, maps, bits that I'm actually going to be using that are my own stuff. As many DM screens as I can find. I love to have screens. I like having loads of them. The box itself, why it's a tip actually, is twofold. The first thing is, if I use the box as it is and turn it round, immediately that's a screen. Now if it's on the floor, it's a screen. If you put something flat on top of it, what you've got, and again hopefully it will show up here, is you've got a platform to work off. You'll notice they're exactly the right size, and they slot and slide. So I found that really useful. I can actually then stack my miniatures up or key bits of information behind this, and it's a screen on the floor for me, an extra thing I can use. The other thing a box does for your players, mystery. Smoke and mirrors, as you may recall. A little bit of mystery. If you can't see what's going on in the box, it already conjures the idea that somebody is well prepared, they're here ready to referee a game for me. I've never seen anything like it. My God, this guy is well organised. Does a lot of good for you. What exactly is this box? This particular one actually was originally used to port a paintball gun in. But I saw the merit of it from DMing and was able to pick this box up for just a few quid, actually, at a car boot. It's incredibly sturdy and has lasted me very, very well. It's fully hinged all the way down the back of the box, riveted, gun to pieces. Invaluable, absolutely invaluable. You cannot get, for my mind, a good DM's box, rather than just turn out with a rucksack and stuff like that, is so useful for so many reasons. You can think of 101 ways. I can line up miniatures along here. It's actually all padded out. I can put, as I say, layers on, so I can actually put bits up on here, and I can start sliding or standing behind key bits of information, almost like a lectern, so I can have bits standing behind. Absolutely awesome. It cannot be stressed high enough how valuable that is. Anyway, this has been DM's Tips. This has been my DM's Box. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.